Hi everyone! In this lesson, we'll learn about one of the most important uses of limits, finding the slope of tangent lines. Make sure to complete the pre-video activity before continuing. Pause and take care of that now if you haven't yet. Let's see what you discovered. As you continued drawing your secant lines, you may have noticed that as the left point approached the right point, the slope between the 2 points seems to approach a particular value, 2. In fact, if we try an x value that's almost on top of x equals 4, like 3.99, the slope becomes 1.998, very close to 2. If we wanted to express this using limits, we might say that as point A approaches point B, the limit of the slope of the line through them is 2. We'll take a look at how we would write that in limit notation a little later. This helps us recognize a potential solution to an interesting conundrum. Is it possible to find the slope of a curve at a single point? To find the slope of a curve at a single point, it's not enough to use the slope formula you learned back in Algebra 1 because that requires 2 points. So the slope formula doesn't work with just 1 point. But now we know exactly what this problem requires: limits. First, let's rewrite the slope formula in function notation. The y values of each point are just the values of the function at the corresponding x values. Now we can use the slope formula for any function, even if we don't know what its graph looks like. Let's use this slope formula to generalize what we learned in the activity. We can find the slope at a single point by taking a limit of the slope formula with 2 points, where the first point is at the specific x value a, and the other being some arbitrary point that moves along the curve at any x value. Finally, in order to find this limit, what needs to approach what? We want x to approach the x value of the specific point a, just like how all of our points in the activity approached the point where x equals 4. The slope of a curve at some point P is the limit of the slope between the point and a point moving closer to it along the curve. Let's practice using this definition by returning to the pre-video activity. If we want the slope of the curve at x equals 4, then 4 is the specific value a. We've already evaluated and found that point to be 4, 4. Our other point needs to move along the curve, so instead of evaluating, we just leave the function as is. Now to calculate. Try finding this limit on your own, then come back for the answer. Let's find out how you did. If we try to find this limit with direct substitution, we don't get very far before running into an indeterminate form. So how can we manipulate this limit into something nicer to evaluate? We have a fraction in the numerator, so let's see whether combining it all into one fraction will do the trick. The numerator becomes x squared minus 16, which is a difference of squares, so we can factor it. Ah, there it is. There's a factor we can cancel. And you'll notice that it's the factor where substituting 4 would result in 0. So with that gone, direct substitution should work now. As expected, we get that the limit of the slope between these points as x approaches 4 is 2, meaning at x equals 4, the slope of the curve is 2, just like we predicted earlier. One of the possible uses for slopes at a single point is to help us find tangent lines at those points. A tangent line is a line approximating the behavior of a curve at a single point. One key identifier of tangents is that they skip across the curve at a single point without actually crossing it, like a rock skipping across a lake without going under the surface. But that can't happen forever, right? Eventually, the rock will go under the water, and tangents are the same way. A tangent line may bounce off the curve at one point while crossing through the curve at others. What's important is that at that one point, we can zoom in and the tangent is almost an exact approximation of how the function acts nearby, which has some really cool applications later on. Let's return to the pre-video activity and try writing the equation of the tangent line at that point. The point is 4, 4, and we've already found that the slope at that point is 2. That's actually all we need. Remember, one way to write the equation of a line is in point-slope form. This is how we usually see it, but in this context, our chosen x value is a, and the related y value is just the function evaluated at a. Now, all we need to do is substitute the necessary parts to get the equation of the line. Or, if you prefer slope-intercept form, you can also manipulate it by simplifying and isolating the y. These both express the same tangent line. In fact, with slope-intercept form, we can more clearly see that this equation is exactly the same as the line we were approximating before, with a y-intercept of -4 and a slope of 2. To recap, to find the equation of the tangent line to a curve at a specific point, find the slope using the limit of the slope of a secant line. Then substitute that slope and the given point into point-slope form. Now it's your turn. Try to find the equation of the tangent line at the given x value on each curve. When you think you've got the answers, come back and we'll go over them. Ready? Then let's see how you did. For number 1, the first thing we need to do is find the point on the curve at x equals 0. So we'll evaluate f of 0 to get the point 0, -2. Our other point will just be some variable point on the curve. Now we set up the limit of the slope and do a small bit of simplification. Then we can try direct substitution, and it works! We get a slope of -2. To finish writing the equation of the tangent line, we substitute the point and slope into point-slope form and convert to slope-intercept form if we want. We can even graph the function and see that that line is indeed tangent to the curve at x equals 0. For number 2, we'll go through essentially the same process. Our 2 points are 1, 4, and the point that moves along the curve, x, square root of x plus 3. We substitute those into the slope formula, then find the limit as x approaches 1. After rationalizing and finding a factor we can cancel, we can then use direct substitution to find that the slope is 1/2. Now we can write the equation of the tangent line in point-slope form, or convert it into slope-intercept form. If you want to double check, go ahead and graph g of x and the tangent line. Great work! Let's take a look at our key takeaways for today. Today you learned that you actually can find the slope at a single point on a curve by finding the limit of a secant line as one point approaches the other. Once you have the slope, you can write the equation of the tangent line in point-slope form. Now that you've completed the guided notes, don't forget to complete the additional practice and then test your newfound knowledge with the online practice. See you next time!
Hey, hey.